What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to level 9 of the Zerg campaign on Starcraft Remastered. This is really not a massively challenging level to play. It just takes a little bit of time, as usual, to get the basics up and running and then lay waste to the Protoss armies in this level. Now, the main objective is, of course, to get a drone on this beacon over here, collect the Kaidarian crystal, and then, ooh, got a message from a friend of mine. Didn't even realize that this could be done in StarCraft nowadays. Supposed to join a friend of mine online for some StarCraft 2. Anyways, back to focusing on the video. So you need to get a drone into the beacon over there, and then afterwards, well, you don't have to protect the area, you just need to make sure that the drone is escorted safely to the Zerg beacon over here. And as soon as we put a drone into that beacon over there, then the Protoss start sending in their armies in order to claim the area. And that is where things get really tricky. We need lots of forces in order to keep hold of that area, or at least for the first initial phase of the level. Up until then, we are just going to focus on getting our resources up and running, since that is the most important aspect of this game. After which, we will start moving to the right side, lay waste to the Teal Protoss, and then start claiming a mineral base there on the far right side. Up until then, we are going to be getting our upgrades up and running as early as possible. As you saw, I went for a Zerg hatchery pretty much immediately to benefit from the extra larva and also to get closer to the Zerg extractor over here. Now, we do face off against orange and yellow Protoss as well, but you don't have to worry too much about them, as we're only going to be facing off against their forces. We don't actually have to attack them at all. Other than that, the units that we will be using for this level will primarily consist of Zerglings, maybe about 12 Hydralisks, well, in a group, of course. And then we'll also be building or taking up 2 Ultralisks. You can go for Guardians. Guardians will do incredibly well in this map, however, they're pretty slow. And the Protoss also have access to a unit that they call the Arbiter. And the Arbiter has got some annoying support abilities. One being they cloak units, so having overlords nearby is gonna be very, very important. But secondly, they have like a crystal prison kind of ability. Cannot remember what you actually call it, but it encircles your units, makes them like one-shot immobile, but also free from damage. What that is supposed to do is cut off forces, and if you can beat back the army, then you can encircle that army or that patch of forces and then dispose of them very, very quickly. So it's an ability in StarCraft 2 as well for a different unit. Now, the Hydralisks are, that's the reason why I don't go for Guardians, because clumped up Guardians, they quickly take hold of them, and then your Guardians are down for the count for like a minute or 2 or something. I don't know how long it lasts. Anyways, that being said, just a better idea, get 12 Hydralisks. The Hydralisks help to keep the scouts at bay, and we can get Scourges as well in order to deal with the carriers that will be sent our way. Not like there will be a lot of carriers to begin with. So far so good. Things are looking pretty positive for us. We want to be building some defenses over here because we will definitely be experiencing attacks like just that. These attacks will not be as frequent, but nonetheless, you don't want your mineral line or your gas line to be wiped just because you were too lazy or too greedy to build a couple of defenses. So generally what you want to do is maybe build about, I would say, 3 sunken colonies, and just for in case of emergencies, you will go and build 2 spore colonies. So far so good. We don't have to worry about getting Hydralisks just yet. It should be noted that we will be facing off against Reavers. So getting Hydralisks later on in order to lay waste to the Teal base is going to be pretty important, unless of course your micromanagement skills are really good. Then it's, you know, you can just micromanage your way with the Zerglings through all of the units that they have. So once we have +1, we are gonna start laying waste to this area over here, and then start droning up heavily as well, so that we can start benefiting from the extra minerals that we'll get from the second base. Okay, we can keep the hydralisks in the base for now. Build a second group of Zerglings, just for in case. We probably will be losing all of our Zerglings anyways. Come on, come on, come on. I want 3. 3, 3, 3. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Send this lot in first. Focus fire the photon cannon. Get rid of these pesky dragoons. And let's see about getting our carapace upgrade up and running as well. So with this area being clear, that means we can start stacking up on our drones again, and then claim this base over here, which we don't have to worry about defending at all, because they only come from the southern side. Okay. Focus fire the cannon. It's the greatest threat. And just make drones. Lots and lots and lots of drones. Okay, there's the Reaver that I was talking about. Rally point over there. Let them waste 1 like that. Split up our forces just a little bit. And there we go. For 12 Zerglings, we got 1 Reaver, and that sounds like a waste, but trust me, it definitely isn't. Get the gas and the hatchery up and running. Let's keep track that we don't unnecessarily lose these drones of ours. Keep on making drones for now. And definitely benefit from getting a queen so that we can quickly get to our hive tech as well. The hive... Oh man, I was kind of concerned about that. That's okay. We'll quickly go and deal with that. Ooh, we actually have a couple of extra units. Perfect. Let's lead them back. Get a clumped up army. And quickly dispose of these pesky, pesky zealots. Okay. All is well and good. Make a bunch more. Oh, I actually went for the wrong upgrade. Ah, pity. Not a big problem. We're anyways going to need that upgrade later on. Which I will explain closer to the time, of course. For now, just keep on making drones. Get the drone count up. Get the upgrades up. Like I said, don't really worry about getting defenses on the spot. It's not gonna be needed. We just need to get more forces. It's just gonna be a waste to get resources on that spot. That's all. Okay, start making Zerglings again. Once we have the high tech, we want to get adrenal glands. As displayed before, it really is a game changer when you play with Zerglings, and we should definitely start investing in getting a hydralisk den. Gonna be needed now, because the mineral flow is looking very positive for us. And that being said, it means that we can start investing into higher tier units. Okay, carapace plus 2 is gonna be done. Hive tech is also almost done for us. And this base is fine for now. So the next base that we will take is the teal base. And that one we're gonna pretty much easily overrun as well, because we will be investing in some hydralisks this time as well. They will probably have about 2 at the most Reavers to worry about. Don't venture too far just yet. Get some more overlords. Yeah, they will probably have a Reaver, maybe 2 that we need to worry about. You can overrun this base with just Zerglings, but I think it's just a safer idea to get a bunch of hydralisks too. Well, let them waste stuff. Pity. That being said, we can actually attempt to overrun that bugger. Oh, what do you know? 2 Reavers now. See if we can get them both. Ah, pity. Guess not. Oh yeah, adrenal glands. There we go. Okay, now we can start getting some Hydralisks, get more Zerglings. Just get the basics over and done with. And then, of course, we should invest in getting a Spire, as well as an Ultralisk Dane. The Ultralisk Dane, we are going to just later on get a ton of Ultralisks to come and help us out in the fights. So, yeah, definitely a must-have unit for the endgame. Now, how we are gonna deal with this is, again, send out a Zergling, let them waste their stuff. I was actually hoping they wouldn't target the Hydralisks. But okay, so 2 Reavers are out of the way, invest in some more Hydralisks again. And let's see about overrunning this base over here. Change the rally point. Adrenal glands is done. And they're pretty screwed, to say the least. Okay, let's see about stopping them from making another Reaver, though. That is usually our greatest concern once we have masses of units. Once that is out of the way, this base is done for. Rally point close by, start making drones. We are gonna need that base. Get the Carapace just for getting more durable Overlords as well as durable Scourges. We are actually going to be investing into Scourges as well. Other than that, upgrades are looking good. Doesn't look like they have been trying to attack us again. And this is it for Teal. Definitely make 2 hatcheries over here to benefit from the gas as well. Invest in drones. Oopsie daisy. Thought it was Overlord problem. Yeah, like I said, this is pretty much it for Teal. 5, 6, group 7, group 8. And we can immediately put our drones to work on extracting the minerals over here, because we don't need to worry about defending that line. Minerals are looking pretty positive anyways. If you want to benefit from extra minerals, you can go here to the far right side, bypass the cannons, which is really easy, and build a hatchery right over there, which is something I would actually recommend doing. For one, you benefit from the what do you call the extra larva, and secondly, you also benefit from the extra minerals, especially once this patch starts to dry up. Okay, that being said, be careful of these overlords flying over this area over here. We don't actually, in fact, I've got a solution to this. Let's go and wipe out the cannons on that location, otherwise we're always gonna have problems with those cannons. Generally 2 on a mineral spot for safety. Upgrades are very, very positive. Send these overlords to the side. And there we go. Load up about 8 Zerglings. And then we can go and clear out that area with photon cannons for our overlords to easily fly over later on. Invest in large sums of Zerglings. We're gonna be needing them pretty soon. 4 Zerglings for this one, 4 Zerglings for the other one. And if there are any more cannons, we just go and knock them down. Don't worry too much about the pylons. It's not as important or needed. And there we go. The defensive line, for the most part, is over and done with, which means that we can now not have to worry about losing any overlords or anything on that line to with flybys or flyovers or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so from here on out, all that we're gonna do is we're just gonna lay waste to what is left. Send the Zerglings straight to that spot over there. Once we claim it, we are probably gonna be experiencing some attacks. So just clear out the area. Oopsie daisy. 1, 2. Going too fast is not always a good idea. Should have one more upgrade. Yeah, that's the ability that I was talking about. Really, really, really annoying ability to have to face off against. So, yeah. Be careful. Okay, Ultralisks fully upgraded for the Starcraft. Ready for action. Send in a drone. Let the wait commence. It takes about 10 minutes game time, if I remember correctly. And then, yeah. It's over and done with. Start making Scourges as well. They are going to be needed for a carrier or two. Ultralisks could do really well against the Reavers. For the most part. Good idea to get a couple more Hydralisks. And from here on out, just keep on making units. More and more and more units. Cover all of the sides. Keep the Hydralisks in this location over here. And have the Scourges on standby for when a carrier or two decides to come out and play. Oopsie daisy, would you look at this? Naughty. Jeez. Okay, no side of a carrier just yet. Oh. More defenses. We don't really have to invest in anything more than what we have right now. We're just gonna wait from here on out. Ah, there we go. Usually it takes about 6 Scourges in order to deal with a carrier. Like that. The reason why 6 is because of that shield. That's the first reason why. The second reason why is larger amounts of health. That was a little bit of useless information, to be honest. Between a battle cruiser and a carrier, battle cruisers are a lot more effective in dealing with things like Scourges. That being said, the only reason why is because the carrier has, the battle cruiser's got a single shot, a single laser shot that deals a large amount of damage in one hit. The carrier, on the other hand, makes use of flyers, and the interceptors, for the most part, aren't very durable, and neither do they do a lot of damage at a time. But because it's 8 interceptors, the damage starts to pile up, and needless to say, it's very difficult hitting an interceptor as well. So a Scourge ideally would just target the carrier straight on out, get rid of it, and that's gonna be it. So the battle cruisers, on the other hand, they're pretty durable and they've got large sums of armor, but because they don't have shields, it usually takes about 5 Scourges to kill one battle cruiser. So keep that in mind when playing off against the Terran and the Protoss. And this is an interesting Dragoon. Not a very smart one, but definitely interesting. Let's see how deep you go. Huh, what do you know? Into the sunken colony line. Was adamant about killing sunken colonies, that's for sure. Oh, okay, they actually went and did that. Okay. Anyways, things are still looking pretty good for us. For shits and giggles, we can make some more Zerglings. We have lots of minerals to spare. Lots of units, fully upgraded. And the Carapace is just nice to keep the Scourges and the Overlords a little bit more durable. But other than that, this mission is not the most entertaining from here on out. I would say for the most part, their attacks are done. We can, just for fun, go and play with the yellow Protoss. And that is just exactly what we're gonna do. Just go out and have some fun. Just send in wave after wave after wave of Zerglings. See how much damage we can done. Like, usually you wouldn't want to waste Zerglings like this, but I've got nothing else to do except wait. So let's just go and do damage as much as we can. Oh, what do you know? There's another carrier. Go crash it. Get it out of the way. Oh, took 5 this time. I am impressed. Okay. You asshole. Sheesh. Now would you look at that? Ultimately, with just Zerglings, it's not gonna be a good idea to attack like that, but like I said, I've got nothing else better to do in these 2 minutes. Okay. Now, if we send in our Hydralisks, that's gonna be a complete game changer. And our Ultralisks, those kinds of units. Actually, we can, in fact, just very much go and do that. So, keep the Hydralisks there and send in the rest. See if we can break through. Ooh. Why keep the Hydralisk here? Just to protect, for in case something does in fact happen. Ah, we broke through. Great. Okay, send the Ultralisks to this side instead. Once he's out, load him into the Overlord, get him to safety. Okay. Just make sure that he gets sent to safety. I actually managed to defeat the yellow as well. What do you know? Unnecessary, but we still did it. And it's mission accomplished. Alright, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of level 9 of the Zerg campaign. Next up is the 10th and final level, and then it brings the end of the Zerg campaign in Starcraft, the original one for Remastered. And that will be followed by the Protoss campaign for us. Really looking forward to that, as I do enjoy playing Protoss in StarCraft 1. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Refer to your friends who would like to learn some more about StarCraft, and I will see you for the next level, where we conclude the Zerg campaign. See you next time.